What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby. This is episode number 71, and last time we caught ourselves Palkia, and that was pretty exciting, although it didn't really give us too much trouble. I think we're kind of due for one of these legends to really give us a hard time. I feel like it's been a while. I think Heatran was the last one that gave us some issues. So I'm expecting either this episode or the next one to kind of take a long time. We'll have to see if our luck is going to catch up to us, or if we're just going to capture every single one that's left very easily, which I highly doubt. Anyway, today we are going to be attempting to capture Reshiram, which is available only in Omega Ruby. Obviously, you can get Zekrom in Alpha Sapphire, so that's pretty cool. I actually like Zekrom better, personally. But yeah, we're capturing Reshiram. So you have to have a Pokemon that is at level 100 in your party to be able to access the Fabled Cave once you soar into the sky, and I have just that. So once we enter the cave, there should be a portal here, as it says the area is filled with blazing pressure. Blazing pressure is what they're using to describe Reshiram's aura, I guess. And now we get to listen to that awesome music. Very cool stuff. Most of these musical tracks are great. I don't know which ones I don't like, to be honest. I think they're all, most of them are good, just in their own way. There's some that I like better than others. Giratina's theme is amazing. I can't wait for that. So this thing does go for the Dragon Breath, as we are opening up with Gloom, and I went for the Sleep Powder, and unfortunately, it missed, and now we're getting hit with a Fusion Flare, and that just destroys us with a critical hit. I don't think that mattered. I really just needed that first Sleep Powder to hit, or for him to not go for freaking Fusion Flare within the first 2 turns. That's really unfortunate. I don't know if I even want to bother reviving Gloom, to be honest, because Fusion Flare is just going to OHKO me, I'm pretty sure. I think that move only has 5 PP, though, so I guess if he uses it 5 times, we can go the sleep route, but I'm not going to wait that long. I'm just going to T-Wave this thing, and that should be good enough. I mean, at least it's a status. So we've seen Slash, Dragon Breath, and Fusion Flare. Slash does nothing. I'll go for a Draining Kiss. That's a neutral hit, and that doesn't even do half, so we can go for that again. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a difficult one because putting it to sleep is so difficult since it can just spam Fusion Flare. But I'll go for Draining Kiss again. And that, I feel like we got a high roll there. That did more damage, I think. At least it looks like it did. I don't know. And thankfully, we're immune to Dragon Breath, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I can damage this thing anymore, though. Like, Psychic and Moonblast are obviously going to kill it, and Draining Kiss was doing more than I had anticipated. So I think I need to hit it with something that is not very effective, which means I'm going to go into Abby because I do have Flamethrower, and that is a quad-resisted move. I almost said something else that was not move. So yeah, he's fully paralyzed. That's pretty cool. And really our only option here is to go for Flamethrower. Moonblast is a neutral hit, and Dragon Pulse is super effective, so yeah, that did nothing. He goes for Slash. That doesn't do much either. So I can go for Flamethrower again, actually, and get it down into the very low red. Yeah, that we can't really attack it again. I think even if we don't get a crit, it's still gonna hurt this thing. And by hurt, I mean kill it. So we have 35 Ultra Balls, and we basically have to just start throwing them here. There's really nothing else we can do. There's 2 shakes. There's 3 shakes already! And he's gonna break out, unfortunately. That would have been cool if we captured that in 1 ball, but that is also a bit unrealistic because it just is. Although we've been kind of lucky with that. We've been kind of lucky. We've had quite a few Pokemon just stay in after 1 ball for some reason. Oh, you know what? I think I have Quick Balls. I didn't even use one, but I should have. And we get 3 shakes again? Was that 3 shakes, or did I count wrong? My screen is lagging a little bit here, and I don't know why it's doing that. But he's going to go for the Fusion Flare. That animation, though, that animation is just so cool. Oh my goodness. Fusion Bolt is really cool, too. And so is Bolt Strike. But I don't think I've seen the animation for Blue Flare yet. That's one I would like to see. But I don't think Reshiram actually learned that until like level 100, if I'm not mistaken, because that's one of its signature moves. I don't know. Anyway, he's just going to take out Abby with a Dragon Breath there, and there's not really much we can do about it, but I will go back into Arc since really none of his moves do much to me. Did we see his other move, his fourth move? He showed extra sensory, right? Maybe he didn't. I feel like that is the last move, though. Anyway, he's just going to break out immediately out of that Ultra Ball, and he's going to be fully paralyzed. So that is going to work to our advantage. We really don't have too much to worry about here, to be completely honest, because Fusion Flare would be the most powerful thing he has to hit me with, and he's used it, what, twice now? Something like that? At least twice. So, yeah. We're pretty good here. I mean, I guess he could get crits with Slash since it does have a high critical hit ratio, but Dragon Breath doesn't affect us, and Extra Sensory is a resisted move. So we are all good. We can just stay in with Arc, and after he uses Fusion Flare a couple of times, we can heal up with a Hyper Potion or something, and that'll be the end of that. That animation, though, is so cool. Actually, Fusion Flare doesn't really do that much, but Gardevoir does have good natural special defense, so I always underestimate it. And he is going to break out there, unfortunately, and he is going to go for the Extra Sensory, so that is indeed his final move, and yeah, that doesn't really do too much. Was that a critical hit? Yeah, I figured it was, because I was like, that did, like, almost as much as Fusion Flare, or, like, way too close to the amount that Fusion Flare did. There's no way that wasn't a critical hit. One shake this time is all we get. I feel like we've gone through quite a few Ultra Balls already, and he's going to be paralyzed and unable to move, so that is cool. That is very cool. And we still have 27 Ultra Balls, so I'm feeling pretty okay here. We have some Timer Balls that we can use as well, but I feel like I should try to use quite a few Ultra Balls before we dip into the Timer Balls at all. And I have other things too. I think I have like random Great Balls and Pokeballs, although it doesn't make a lot of sense to use them. If I really want to just change things up a little bit, I can. I really want to use a competitive Reshiram. So maybe I should have soft resetted this for something. But I'm sure I can either trade for one or something. I don't know. I'll find one somewhere. But I don't do Ubers enough, really. Like, I have some competitive Ubers, but enough to make 2 or 3 teams. So I guess that's kind of a lot. And I'm going to go against what I said. I'm just going to throw a Timer Ball. It's been over the mark where the Timer Balls multiplier is maxed out, because I think it's only 10 turns now in 6th gen. I think somebody pointed that out in the comments recently, which is pretty cool, because I think it used to be 30, so that's kind of a big change. Kind of a big change indeed. He's going to go for the Fusion Flare again. He doesn't have very many of those left, so that is cool, because that's his most damaging attack. Those slashes can be kind of dangerous with that high critical hit ratio, I guess, but I'm not as worried about that for some reason. And he's just going to break out immediately. So I feel like this is going to be a long battle. I really feel like that. But we're definitely due for a long one. Like I said, we've been getting pretty darn lucky with legends that I thought were going to take a really long time, and they just haven't. They just haven't. So I guess while we're doing this, since this is getting a little bit tedious already, even though we're not even 10 minutes in, I guess we can talk about some, like, competitive strategies for Reshiram, as he gets a critical hit and is going to take out Gardevoir. Poor Arc. Just when I said I had nothing to worry about, I get critted and die, of course. Of course. It is to be expected, though. Like I said, that high critical hit ratio does really come into play. And so what did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, competitive strategies for Reshiram. I really haven't seen it used in Ubers. Granted, I don't play a lot of Ubers, but the times I have and the times that I've laddered on Showdown in Ubers, I just never see this thing used. I didn't really see it used at all last gen either, which is kind of surprising to me. I feel like its stats are pretty good. I feel like it has a pretty decent move pool. It's a little on the slow side, and that's a problem that Zekrom has as well, as, oh, we got pretty close there. But, what is it, base 90 speed? 90 or 95? I mean, either way, less than 100 is pretty freaking slow for any of the higher tiers. And, yeah, so I guess that haunted a little bit, but I could see how it could make a decent Choice Scarf user. I mean, Zekrom is great, but it also has access to things like Volt Switch to keep up the momentum, and just helps with predictions, stuff like that. Unfortunately, Reshiram does not get anything like that. I do not believe it gets U-turn. I don't think it does. But, I mean, you could also slap Choice Specs on there, too. Like, that would hit like a truck. Choice Specs Blue Flare? Are you kidding me? Or even just Fusion Flare if you don't like the accuracy issue of Blue Flare, which really isn't that bad. I think it has 85% accuracy, so it's basically like using Fire Blast. Unless it's higher than that. I think that's what Bolt Strike is, though, so I'm assuming it's the same thing, because they're kind of reciprocal moves. I don't know. I think if I used one, I'd probably use a choiced variant, because it could just be such a great wall breaker. I mean, you give it Draco, you can give it the fire move of choice, as he is going to get a paralysis here on Mike, sadly. I don't know what else you could use as coverage, though. I'm assuming it gets Earth Power. Pretty sure Zekrom gets Earth Power. So that could work nicely to hit those rock types, like Arceus Rock. But this is really dragging on. Wow. He's going to take out Mike here, unfortunately. Which kind of stinks, but that is to be expected. Let's go ahead and use our next Pokemon. We're probably going to have to revive Arc, honestly, as I am going to send out Spall here. We do have TJ in the back, which is level 100, and we'll probably take 0 from all of this thing's moves, so we probably won't have to revive anyone, but maybe I will. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and throw another Timer Ball here. That ×4 multiplier needs to come through for us here. That's 3 shakes, and he's going to break out. How many times have we gotten to 3 shakes? Like, that doesn't happen often. It really, really doesn't. As he goes for the Dragon Breath and gets a first turn paralysis here. Which, I mean, paralysis really doesn't do anything, because we're not actually going for attacking moves. We're not going for moves at all. We are just throwing Pokeballs. That's all we're doing right now. He's breaking out of a lot of Timer Balls, too, which is kind of surprising. Unfortunately for Spall, this thing does have Extra Sensory, which is going to be able to hit us super effectively, and that looks to be like a 3 or 4 hit KO. So we do have a pretty decent level advantage on this thing. I'll go ahead and throw another Timer Ball. What are the chances that he breaks out of all these Timer Balls? Like, how many do I have left? 10? For some reason, I just feel like that's highly unlikely. So Reshiram is going to be fully paralyzed here, which is nice, because I feel like he's been attacking an awful lot. I really do. So I have 20 Ultra Balls and 10 Timer Balls. There's no way you're breaking out of all of those. And if you do, I'll start throwing Great Balls. I'm not using my Master Ball. After I spent all this time, there's no way I'm using a Master Ball. I will reset if I have to. I'm not using a Master Ball on a Reshiram. He gets a crit Dragon Breath, and that kind of stinks, because it just means Spall's going to go down faster. But it's not the end of the world. Go ahead and throw another Ultra Ball here. And he's going to break out again. I'm getting really tired of listening to your cry now, Reshiram. Is it because I said that Zekrom is my favorite amongst the two of you? It's not really like there's a big disparity there. You're right there. I just like Zekrom's design. I don't know. And I've used it more competitively, so I guess I'm a little bit more partial to it, I suppose. I don't know. Wasn't anything personal or anything. Jeez, you didn't have to take it so hard. I guess I could just go for a full restore here. Why not? I've got 9 of them. I probably am not going to use that many, even though we do have more Legend battles, and we do have the Elite Four and the Champion to take on again. Probably not going to use a lot of full restores. We'll probably use a lot of Hyper Potions and things like that. And he's going to get the first turn paralysis again, because this thing is a hacks machine. Okay, it's not really hacks, because it's a 30% chance. It's like complaining about Scald Burns. It's like, I stopped doing that. I used to do that all the time. I would just get upset every single time that I would get burned. But it's kind of silly. 30% is a pretty decent chance. So things like Rock Slide, flinches, and everything, it's understandable if it happens at a really, really crucial time and it just loses you a battle or something, or puts you in a terrible position. But for the most part, just random Scald Burns and, paralysis from things like Dragon Breath, it doesn't make a lot of sense to get too mad over it. It's just bound to happen. And we all know that 30% in the Pokemon world really means like 75, maybe like 99%. So, yeah, we know it. We know how it works. Come on, stay in there. There's 2 shakes. And he's going to break out again. He's paralyzed. All right. I like that. Don't spend your turns attacking me. Actually, no, you should spend your turns attacking me. Maybe that'll wear you out or something, and then you'll get, you know, tired and be unable to break out of more Ultra Balls. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? He's going to go for Dragon Breath again. I don't think he has any Fusion Flares left. Thankfully, Slash and Extra Sensory do have, and actually Dragon Breath, have pretty decently high PP, so I don't think we're in any danger of him just struggling and killing himself. I think we're going to run out of Pokeballs before he would get to that point. We're pretty darn close. We'd have to exhaust almost everything that we have. We're getting kind of close, because what did we start with? Didn't we start with like 35 Ultra Balls, and we're almost down to 10 now? That's kind of ridiculous. No, that's really ridiculous. And another breakout on 3 shakes, and he's fully paralyzed. Oh my goodness. Alright, we are going to be down to 10 now after this Ultra Ball. I really, really hope that we do not run out of balls. We're getting dangerously close, and I do not like that. I do not like that one bit. And he's going to break out again, unfortunately. And it wouldn't be a normal video if my cat wasn't making obscene noises in the background. So if you hear anything, I apologize. But he feels the incessant need to attack the blinds. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of evil, but still. Darn it. I really thought that we were going to get him there for some reason. I don't know why. It was like moving in slow motion, but part of that is probably because it is, let's see, 4:45 a.m., and I've been up for over 24 hours. That could be part of it. I don't know. We'll go ahead and throw another Timer Ball. We're down below 10 of those as well, so yeah, hopefully he stays in within the next 20 or so. Within the next 10 would be great, because then we're going to have to start throwing some Great Balls, and I don't know how I feel about that. He's going to go for the Dragon Breath here. He's going to get a Paralysis. He is, of course, because he has to get the first turn Paralysis every single time. That's just what it is. That's just how it works. We'll throw another Timer Ball here. These Timer Balls are supposed to have a higher success rate than the Ultra Balls, and it's not working out that way, although we are getting 3 shakes a lot. So maybe that means something. I don't know what that means, actually. And he's going to be paralyzed and unable to move again, which is great. I'll go ahead and throw another one. As TJ is our last Pokemon, so he needs to kind of like bring the luck here. Come on now, TJ. You're supposed to bring us the luck. That's how this works. So he breaks out again. This is ridiculous. We're going on 18 minutes now into this video, and I don't know how long the actual battle portion has been. Maybe more like 15 or so minutes? 14, 15 minutes? I know it took a couple of minutes to actually get into the match. And he is going to break out again. Oh, he's going to go for Dragon Breath. And TJ can take that. Was that a crit? That was not a crit. I feel like that's doing too much. Why did it do that much? That did like a full 20 HP. That's too much against a level 100 Umbreon. So we'll go ahead and throw another Timer Ball. He's going to break out of that after 1 shake. He doesn't even give us the 3 shakes this time. More Dragon Breaths. Is that all you're down to now? Do you just not have any more slashes? I feel like you haven't used Extra Sensory enough as well. I don't know. Maybe he's just wasting his Dragon Breaths now. There's 2 shakes. There's 3 shakes. And he's going to break out again. Oh, this thing is ridiculous. And there's the crit. Okay. I was about to say, there's no way it's doing that much. Why? Does TJ not want to just eat up those hits? He's not hungry. And he's going to break out again. We are seriously running low on Timer Balls now. Are we below 5? I think we might be. This is getting really interesting. Like, if we don't capture this thing soon, we're going to have to reset. Oh, yeah, we're below 5. We're down to 1 more after this one. Wow. So we had almost 20 Timer Balls in that range. Like, between 15 and 20 when we started. And we had 35 Ultra Balls. So we're going on, like, between 40 and 50 balls here that this thing is broken out of already, which is far more than what Heatran did for us. There's 2, and he's going to break out. So we're out of Timer Balls, which means we are down to however many Ultra Balls we have left, and then we're going to start throwing some Pokeballs. And do I have Repeat Balls? Maybe I'll use that. I don't know. Dive Balls? I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go after that. This could get very, very interesting if he doesn't stay in soon. There's 2 shakes. There's 3 shakes. And finally, he's going to stay in. Thank you, Reshiram. Thank you. Finally. Oh my goodness, that took forever. That took forever. Hopefully we don't run into anything that's that ridiculous again, because that was by far the hardest legend to capture yet. The Vast White Pokemon, 727 pounds. This thing is 10'6". It's huge. This legendary Pokemon can scorch the world with fire. It helps those who want to build a world of truth. And obviously Zekrom is helpful to those that want to build a world of ideals. So that's cool. Good stuff. Hopefully we get a good nature on it, because I feel like we worked really hard for that. I feel like we did. And I didn't lead off with Gardevoir because I didn't want to get a quirky nature. We could still get a quirky nature, but we don't have the synchronized thing working for us. So we can get like Modest, that'd be great. Modest for Reshiram, that's pretty darn cool. Think of how hard that hits with Choice Specs, or even Choice Scarf. Okay, so we're gonna land here in Mauville. I definitely need to buy some more Ultra Balls and things now. I have like nothing left. Nothing left to continue our captures. Although we don't have that much left to do. I think we have less than 5 at this point. We've got Virizion still to capture. Cobalion we still have to capture. And then we have Landorus and Giratina and Kyurem, and I think that's it. Pretty sure that is going to be it. So the legend episodes will be coming to an end somewhat soon. Gentle nature is not terrible. I don't think it is negative anything. I'm pretty sure it's just a neutral nature, which is fine by me. I'll have to check the IVs to see if it's worth using. But yeah, that Fusion Flare animation, that's so cool. I really just want to see what Blue Flare looks like, to be honest. Maybe I'll look it up on YouTube. I don't know. It's just something about seeing it in person on your screen, though. So that's, I don't know. That's something else, I guess. Our box is filling up, though. I'm going to have to move that Ducklet and Relicanth and everything out of there to fit the rest of these guys. So we should probably go visit the shop. So we'll do that now. Make this video in an extra, like, 2 minutes or something. Yeah, we definitely need some Ultra Balls. Definitely. I don't know how I'm doing on money, either. And I don't really want to go battle trainers just for extra money. I don't know that I want to do that. Let's see if I have the bargain power, actually. That might help me save some money. Did I get the bargain power? Do I not have it? I don't. I have only the ones that I would normally use, like experience, prize money too, but nope, I don't have it. Okay, fair enough. I guess we're just gonna have to pay full price for everything, so since we don't get any special discounts. We're not special enough for that. I guess I want to buy 30. That's pretty much all of my money right there. I'm sure I have stuff that I can sell. So, yeah, actually, let's check that right now. It's gotta be stuff. I gotta have, like, nuggets or something that I can sell. Something in this bag has to be of worth that you guys would want to buy. What do I not need? All this stuff is stuff that I would potentially use, except for maybe King's Rock, but I might need that to evolve a Poliwhirl or something, so I'm gonna keep hold of that. Let's see. Do I not have any nuggets? It appears as though I do not. It would have been nice if I did. I've got 3 random repels. And it looks like nothing else of use here. Oh, star pieces, I can sell those. 19,000, not bad. And Stardust, I can sell that too. Don't need that whatsoever. Anything else? Is that it? Is that all I have that's oh, we do have nuggets. Oh, a nugget. I have a nugget. Singular. Alright, well that's going to have to suffice for now. That'll at least hopefully get us through the rest of the battles. I don't know if we run into another difficult capture like Reshiram. That's not going to be the case, but we'll have to see. Anyway, that's going to be it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this extra long episode. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or a comment, or whatever you would like to do, of course. And I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.